Welcome to the Brad and Taylor Show. Today we have Beth Little.
You're listening to the Brad and Taylor Show, a podcast that inspires entrepreneurs to pursue their passions. We're sitting down with some of the best to learn how they got started and some lessons they learned along the way.
How's it going, Beth?
It's going great. Thanks so much for having me on the show.
Yeah, no problem at all. So what exactly do you do?
I happen to sell real estate really well.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. So let's back it up a little bit. When you were really little, did you know you were going to grow up and sell real estate really well?
No, I did not. Had no idea that I was going to be. Life has taken me in definitely some interesting twists and turns.
Yeah, you probably had several different things you were doing. What was one of them that you tried to do?
Let's see, we could talk about interesting facts. So I think when I was in high school, I was a little bit more science minded, and I went to Wayne State University originally for mortuary science.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went into mortuary science originally, and then the program is still actually one of the best in the state at Wayne State University. But I think I ended up switching to like a physician's assistant program. And at that time I was working full time and supporting myself, going to school full time. And this was, I'm kind of old. So this was way before all the student loans and stuff. So I ended up not doing that anymore because I just wasn't able to do both, go to school full time and support myself.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I started working in the restaurant industry full time. And then from there, I decided I wanted to get into massage therapy. So I became a nationally certified massage therapist. And then I was a licensed esthetician. So I did both of those for, almost 20 years.
Wow.
So
Okay.
before I got into real estate.
What kind of led you down the path of real estate? Because those are a big difference in massage
I
therapy.
know, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are and they aren't. That's the funny thing. It's all about still having the skills to make somebody feel comfortable in a vulnerable situation.
Yeah.
And kind of trust you right off the bat and manage and mitigate people's emotions. So I had been very successful in the spa industry for a long time, but I was starting to have carpal tunnel issues in my hands. And my job is very, very physical. So I just knew I couldn't do it forever.
Yeah.
So back in 2016, we had lived in Redford at the time. And, our house, when the market crashed, our value tanked. And so we were stuck in Redford for a long time till we could kind of bring it up a little bit enough to be able to sell. And we live in Livonia now. So we had, an agent sell our house and, we bought another house, and the process of it was very fascinating to me. And I don't think I was particularly fond of the buyer's agent who purchased our house. And I was like, I feel like I could do this better.
Yeah.
And
I can do that.
And I did. So then I started looking and researching into real estate and decided that this could be something for me. And so took a week off of work, did my 40 hours, took my test, passed. And, that was the first jumping off point, and I would kind of dived head first in from there.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So tell us about your first transaction. Was that you by yourself, or how did that go for yourself? How did that first one go?
That was nerve wracking, man.
I bet.
Your first one is always very nerve wracking.
Yeah, I bet.
You're trying to pretend that you really know what you're doing.
Yeah. Did they know? Did you tell them?
You don't want to tell people, hey, guess what?
Right.
You just trusted me with your very first, this is my first transaction, and this is the most important purchase of your life. We're all good.
Yep.
I picked the brokerage that I picked for, kind of gave you leads through Quicken Loans. So it was a Quicken Loan employee actually that was my first home
nice.
sale, and was an investment property he bought in Ferndale. And it was really nerve wracking. And I remember I was there at the closing, and the title agent was asking me a question: should your buyer sign this? And I had no idea. I'm looking at it and I'm like, no. Good call. And I'm like, yeah, that was right. So, sometimes it's, ask a lot of questions and don't ever say anything you don't necessarily aren't 100% sure of, but it's kind of a fake it till you make it kind of thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. So probably now you're like, I got this down now. What kind of problems can I solve now?
Yeah, I was going to say I've sold quite a few homes, but still I'm always learning something every time.
Yeah.
always.
You
I
got
could
that.
always be better, and I'm always learning.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what kind of advice did you get at the beginning when you started out that kind of helped you along the way?
Um, what advice did I get? Probably to always ask questions. I don't remember actually getting a ton of advice. I think the one bit of advice that I didn't take, which I wish I did take, was I remember agents telling me to get your own email, to not rely on email from the brokerages,
Mhm.
because that always makes it difficult when you transition, because then you
Yeah.
have to try to go back to those other clients that you had in the past that you want to keep up with, and they try to email your own, so now I have my own email that I own. So no matter where the life's journey takes me, I will always have the same email. So get your
Yeah.
own email.
Hey, that's a good
Yeah,
one. Actually, I
that is a
haven't
really good one.
haven't heard that one yet. So
Yeah,
that's
that was a
awesome.
big one. I wish I had done that, and I didn't, because you're new and your brokerage tells you you're supposed to do something, so
Yep.
you don't want to mess things up. But
Yep. For
when
sure.
you can, or at least always BCC all of your stuff to your own personal email, so that you have a record of it if need be.
Yep. Awesome. Well, would you get that same advice to somebody that's starting out now?
Yes, I would. I mean, always listen to the brokerage that you are working with, but wouldn't be a bad idea to always have your own email
Yeah.
as well, or at least on your advertisements and stuff. That's kind of saved my butt a few times.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So right now, are you like with a team now, or are you kind of running by yourself? Or are you trying to build the team? What you got going on now?
I got a couple things going on. So I have right now it's myself,
Mhm.
Beth Homes, but I do have a full-time operations manager
Nice.
that I work with. So she helps, and I just recently had her get licensed. So
Nice.
she helps show homes for me, helps keep me organized. In fact, she's the big reason I'm here today to be able to speak with you, because as we know, everything explodes on Mondays, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So handling all my little fires right now. But I did pretty well. I mean, I did close to 12 million and 50 homes last year
Nice.
by myself. So I'm kind of on trajectory to do that, if not a little bit more. So we'll
Sweet.
see how my business expands. And then, maybe down the line, I might add a buyer's agent. We'll see. But I think
Yeah.
right now I'm good with
Yeah. Kind of like
keeping
that.
it as is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Take us to your most memorable transaction. I know your first one was obviously memorable because it's your first one, but is there any other one that sticks out to you?
Oh, well, my first one still is my most memorable in the fact
Yeah.
of the inspection, right? So I'm at my first home inspection, and like I said, no, not too much of a clue what I'm doing. And it was a house in Ferndale that was on a slab. So I did get training, like you got to have a sewer scope in Ferndale. So I had the home inspector there and the sewer scope guy and my buyer. And the sewer scope guy has to go through a stink pipe in the roof to go down to the sewer line. And he tells me to turn on the tub. So I'm turning on the tub and I'm talking to my buyer, and we're distracted, and then all I hear is shut it off.
Was
And
it-
we have to go shut off the tub, because then all the water starts coming up through the grate in the laundry room. So the laundry room starts flooding.
Oh
all
man.
this. Now this is again my first home inspection, and there's hardly anything in the house. And then of course, like, the inspector there is looking dumbfounded. My buyer's looking dumbfounded. The sewer scope guy's looking dumbfounded. So I'm the only one like, all right, let me take care of this. So I just had to grab a bunch of old curtains off the floor, and I'm mopping it up. I'm running outside trying to call the listing agent. So
Yeah.
Like, do you know this? Like, it's flooding over there.
yeah, it's
I have no idea.
So that was a fun situation, but it kept cool, and I handled it, and that set a good tone of keep it inside, keep it calm, cool, collective,
Oh,
show
yeah.
you still got it, and keep moving forward, right?
Yeah, and your
Yeah.
clients, that would help them trust you more just by keeping that calmness
Yeah.
in a hectic
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. And especially that being your first one, you're like,
Yeah.
now, I mean, what else can you get now?
Yeah.
You're
That's
like,
pretty much it. Like,
Yep.
wow,
Yeah.
your next one
If that
probably
was your
like,
first
this
one,
was
you
easy.
got this. Yep.
if I can handle that, I think I can handle this. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So let's say you had to start all over today, and you only had $1,000, but you had all your knowledge. What would you spend that $1,000 on to start out?
I would highly suggest making yourself an LLC right away.
Mm-hmm.
So get your business in order with your $1,000. So make yourself an LLC and hire a tax accountant
Mhm.
to help keep track of your taxes and make sure that you are setting aside your funds with every transaction to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success with taxes. Because I didn't do that right away. I did it later, and I was always fine with it, but it took a while for that learning curve to hit in. So
Yeah.
that would be definitely something with that. And then I would get some good headshots, get yourself a website, get yourself some business cards, and start getting out there and making sure everybody knows that you sell real estate and that you are here to help.
Yeah, awesome. I like it. Have you had any coaches or anything like that? Have you hired any of them? Or I mean, some people have, some people haven't. So I was just wondering.
Yeah, I definitely have had mentors in the past because I'm always striving to learn. In fact, I had a senior agent. Another time we worked out that he had coached me a couple of years ago. Some of the brokerages that I work for also provided me, with some good education. I'd say right now I actually have a coach for my senior real estate business.
Mhm.
So I am starting to shift my business to working with seniors downsizing or selling inherited homes.
Yeah.
So my new business for that is it's called My Total Move.
Mhm.
And I have a senior real estate coach actually that I have that helps me navigate that particular niche and build relationships, understand the senior market and senior care facilities and whatnot. So coaches are great, and I'm always about investing in yourself because it always pays off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. So did you just start doing that, or have you been doing that for a while? I haven't.
I just probably launched it in the past couple months, but it's
Okay.
actually a project I've been working on getting my ducks in a row with for over the past year. So, but
That's
a lot
awesome.
of work and effort, building relationships,
Yep.
getting marketing set up, my own education. So far it's been fun. I got my very first client from the advertisements. So I'm working together with my professional organizer, stager, estate sale people. We all work together as a team to
Get
help
that
my
out.
senior out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for you. What kind of a book would you recommend to somebody if you
My
could
favorite
suggest one?
book, hands down, is going to be Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss.
Yep, that's a great book. I got that
That
one.
is my absolute favorite. It works. It has helped me out immensely in my personal life as well as my professional. So I love listening to him, and even the Black Swan Group actually even has a great program specifically for real estate agents too. If
Okay.
I'd suggest investing in that.
Nice. Well, how can people get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me by going to my website. Actually got two. It's bethllittlehomes.com, or you can also visit my senior-based business, which is mytotalmove.com.
Sweet. Awesome. Hey, thanks for coming on and sharing your story with us today.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks for having me.
Are these working? Here we go.
Oh, there we go. I think they're working. Should we tell them?
Mine keeps falling. It doesn't like my voice.
What do we got to tell them?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. What do we got to point at? Hey, I think there's a subscription button. Like,
It might be there
might be right there too,
somewhere.
somewhere.
Find it. It's red.
Yeah, and it's
Red.
blue. It's green. I don't really know.
It's a color.
This mic isn't even attached. Did you plug these in? Well, I guess.
I wonder if they can hear us.
Yeah. I wonder if they hear us. Well, we should probably tell them if they can hear us. We should probably tell them also give us a 5-star review for listening to on Apple. That'd be cool.
5
5-star
stars,
review.
guys.
Share it with everybody they can think of.
We won't take
But-
4 stars.
I mean, Taylor, I don't even think these are on. I mean,
No, I don't think this is working.
This is not working.